Hello there. Welcome to lesson 130 of A Course in Miracles. It is impossible to see two worlds. This is the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. I'm Judith and you're at the Lucid Mind Center. In this particular lesson, I wanted to read to you already yesterday. But things don't turn always out as I would like to. Then I wanted to read it early in the morning, before I had a technician coming into the house to improve our Wi-Fi. That took about 4 hours to fix. Then I had to do other things, and now it is 6 o'clock in the evening, 6:15 in the evening, when I finally get to read this lesson for you. So I trust that this needs to be this way, and it's today's lesson, even though I wanted to be ahead of that, and I have been ahead, 2 weeks ahead, but no. This is not what life wants me to do. Life wants me to read this lesson with you now. So let's do it. How it works, you know already. We're going to read and contemplate this lesson together. And at the end, I will suggest a Qigong class for you, which is particularly suited for this lesson. The Qigong class is going to help you incorporate grasp it better. Bring it into your whole awareness, what the lesson is actually trying to teach us. Shall we begin? Okay, so lesson 130. It is impossible to see two worlds. Perception is consistent. What you see reflects your thinking, and your thinking but reflects your choice of what you want to see. Your values are determined of this. For what you value, you must want to see, believing what you see is really there. No one can see a world his mind has not accorded value, and no one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants. We have got a interesting story or legend as facilitators of the Monroe Institute, where we are always telling the pupils, when you are not aware of something, then you don't see this there. And they said when Columbus and his people came with the ships on their shores, the Native American people, they didn't see the ships, they didn't recognize them as such because they didn't expect them to be there. So it's only when the ships came really, really close to shore is when they realized that there is something new on the sea. And this is how our perception works in this world. We are only going to see what we are expecting to see and what is dear to us, what we value, dear to us in the way that we are valuing it. So if we're looking with the ego, that's what we're going to see. There is a zillion of impressions out there which we can pick up with our ears, with our eyes, also with our skin. But we will pick that up, which we value the most, even if it's negative. But if we value it, that's what we're going to pick up. That's why it says here, it's impossible to see two worlds. And no one can fail to look upon what he believes he wants. Yet who can really hate and love at once? Who can desire what he does not want to have reality? And who can choose to see a world of which he is afraid? Fear must make blind, for this is its weapon. That which you fear to see, you cannot see. Love and perception thus go hand in hand, but fear obscures in darkness what is there. That which you fear to see, you cannot see. That what you're afraid of, you will not see, because you're not going to look at it. Oh, I'm so afraid of it, I don't want to look at it. But love and perception thus go hand in hand, but fear obscures in darkness what is there, because it's afraid of it. What then can fear project upon the world? What can be seen in darkness that is real? Truth is eclipsed by fear. Truth is hidden by fear. And what remains is but imagined. So that what you can see in the end is that what you are kind of imagining that is there, because you don't dare looking at truth. You don't dare looking at what is actually there. What would you want that this is shown to you? What would you wish to keep in such a dream? Truth is eclipsed by fear, and what remains is but imagine. Yet what can be real in blind imaginings of panic born? What would you want that this is shown to you? What would you wish to keep in such a dream? Fear has made everything you think you see. All separation, all distinctions, and the multitude of differences you believe make up the world. They are not there. Love's enemy has made them up. Yet love can have no enemy, and so they have no cause, no being, and no consequence. They can be valued, but remain unreal. They can be sought, but they cannot be found. Today we will not seek for them, nor waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. Waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. That's what I did yesterday. I wasted most of my day. I will tell you later. No, waste this day in seeking what cannot be found. It is impossible to see two worlds which have no overlap of any kind. Seek for the one, and the other disappears, but one remains. They are the range of choice beyond which your decision cannot go. So you have only got the choice to see between two worlds. The real and the unreal are all there is to choose between, and nothing more than these. Today we will attempt to compromise where none is possible. The world you see is proof you have already made a choice, as all embracing as its opposite. What we would learn today is more than just a lesson that you cannot see two worlds. It also teaches that the one you see, that the world you see, is quite consistent from the point of view from which you see it. It is all a piece. It is all a piece because it stems from one emotion and reflects its source in everything you see. 6 times today, in thanks and gratitude, we gladly give 5 minutes to the thought which ends all compromise and doubt and go beyond them all as one. We will not make 1,000 meaningless distinctions, nor attempt to bring with us a little part of unreality as we devote our minds to finding only what is real. Begin your searching for the other world by asking for a strength beyond your own, and recognize what it is you seek. You do not want illusions, and you come to these 5 minutes emptying your hands of all the petty treasures of this world. You wait for God to help you, as you say. It is impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world, that I may find my freedom and deliverance. God will be there, for you have called upon the great unfailing power who will take this giant step with you in gratitude. Nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and in truth. You will not doubt what you will look upon, for though it is perception, it is not the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. And you will know God's strength upheld as you made this choice in these 5 minutes. And I'm going to make a special, I'm going to make a special meditation of those 5 minutes for you. So you can learn it with me, and then maybe you can apply it and maybe it helps you. Dismiss temptation easily today whenever it arises, merely by remembering the limits on your choice. The unreal or the real, the false or true, is what you see, and only what you see. Perception is consistent with your choice, and hell or heaven come to you as one. accept a little part, accept one little part of hell as real, and you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight, and what you will behold is hell indeed. And this is exactly what happened to me yesterday. I accepted one little part in my day as hell, and then it just exaggerated. It just grew and grew and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and suddenly all hell was loose. Suddenly I couldn't see the beauty at all. And I felt trapped and couldn't find a way out of it. Then I read the lesson really late in the evening, shortly before midnight. I had a shower, went to bed, and when I woke up this morning, I felt better. But so what had happened is, for the ones who would like to listen, otherwise you can skip through it. What happened is that the day before, on my birthday, we had a court case which had been going on for 2 years, which is related to the work of my husband. And we came to agreement with the former employee, and my husband actually got a nice payoff. So many of our financial problems are now kind of taken care of for a short while. And so it was a good day. And then after that, we went for dinner and so on. All that happened on my birthday. And then the next day, and I was really relieved. And I was like, this is a good day. But the next day, suddenly there was a shift in my mood. I realized that my life was different now, So everything I knew, even though it was gone for a better, I had come out of balance because now my life was different. And I still had to fulfill all the things I have to fulfill because I have got several different clients. So I have to do what I need to do. And so I felt trapped. And that feeling of feeling trapped, it just didn't go away. Started in the morning. I was, of course, a little bit hangover. I had a couple of glasses of wine the day before on my birthday. So I'm not very much used to alcohol. So obviously I was a little bit hangover. And I just couldn't shake it off. And it just grew bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we had a little bit of a disagreement, my husband and I, and the next thing is I just fell into this hellhole. And it just started with a little discomfort, and I didn't do what I needed to do to start my day well. I wanted to read my lesson early in the morning. I didn't have time. There was loads of other things I had to do. So I didn't manage to do this centering in the morning. For whatever reason. Maybe some of it was my own doing, which probably was, and some other was the world didn't allow me. But I didn't pay enough attention to it because I thought that the good results of the previous day was going to carry me through, and they didn't. I didn't remember that I need to reconnect to my higher self. So I just spiraled down. And like I said, after I read the lesson with you, and after I had a shower and went to bed, the tension kind of came off, and then in the morning I was better. And then again in the morning I wanted to read the lesson first thing for us, and I couldn't do it because there was all other things coming through as well. And the interesting thing is that it's particularly related to these lessons, where we are looking at the world. No, this first 3 days ago we said, this is not the world I want. The world I see is not the world I want. And then we said, there is another world behind this one which I want. And then now today we are saying we cannot see two worlds at the same time. And it's almost as if these 3 lessons, the things which are happening in the last 2-3 days, was teaching me exactly that. So no matter what actually happens outside in the world, if you are looking at it with the wrong eyes, you are going to suffer. You're going to be miserable. And you are going to fall into that hole if you do not remember to connect to your higher self. This is kind of the message I got out of this. I don't know if that is any help to you. But let's finish our lesson together. I've been to the doctor as well. He said I'm not drinking enough water. That's why I have a glass of water there, which I'm going to make, which I'm going to drink now. Hope you have some water as well. Because I've got like a consistent pain on my right side in my large intestine, and the doctor, he looked at it and said it's because you're not drinking enough water. And then when I was reconsidering it, I was like, yeah, you're right, I'm not drinking enough water because I'm constantly under some sort of stress, so I forget to look after the body, but I need this body because I have got a message to deliver. So let's say what it says here. It is impossible to see two worlds. Let me accept the strength God offers me and see no value in this world, that I may find my freedom and deliverance. You need to write this down and then do 6 times a day at least in thanks and gratitude. We're going to give 5 minutes, 6 times today, which ends all compromise and doubt and go beyond them all as one. And this is what we're going to write down. God will be there, the light will be there, or love will be there, for you have called upon the great, unfailing power who will take this giant step with you in gratitude. Nor will you fail to see his thanks expressed in tangible perception and in truth. You will not doubt what you will look upon. For though it is perception, it is not the kind of seeing that your eyes alone have ever seen before. And you will know God's strength upheld as you made this choice. Dismiss temptation easily today whenever it arises, merely by remembering the limits on your choice. So you have only got 2 options. You're either going to look at the world with love, or you're going to look at the world with fear. And that is the choice we have. We have got no other choice, even though we fool ourselves and we come up with 100 million excuses. And there is no other choice. You can either look at the world with love or with fear. You choose. We choose every moment of the day. Dismiss temptation easily today whenever it arises, merely by remembering the limits on your choice. The unreal or the real, the false or true is what you see. And only what you see, because you cannot see 2 worlds at the same time. Perception is consistent with your choice, and hell or heaven come to you as one. Accept a little part of hell as real, and you have damned your eyes and cursed your sight. And what you will behold is hell indeed. And that's what I told you already before. This is what happened to me. Yet the release of heaven still remains within your range of choice. You can always come back. You can always choose again to take the place of everything that hell would show to you. All you need to say to any part of hell, whatever form it takes, is simply this: it is impossible to see 2 worlds. I seek my freedom and deliverance, and this is not a part of what I want. It is impossible to see the 2 worlds, and I really think you should write this one down and keep it. It is impossible to see 2 worlds. I seek my freedom and deliverance, and this is not a part of what I want. So it is a 5-minute meditation. Of course, if you want to do a longer meditation, there's a big choice you have here with me of Qigong meditations, or you can do a full standing meditation if you need a little bit of exercise, which I recommend. You should do exercise every single day, and you should also do some weight training. The older you get, the more you need weight training. But 5 times today, 6 times today, 5 minutes spend on remembering that you always have a choice, seeing this or that, and we're going to reconnect to this source, to this light within us, remembering that it is all the time within us. And I'm going to guide you through this 5-minute meditation, which you can easily remember yourself, and then you can do it alone several times today or tomorrow or whenever you need to. So here is the short 5-minute meditation. Here you have got a longer meditation if you like to, which I'm recommending for this particular class. And here you have got the whole set of videos, which are all different kind of Course in Miracle Qigong classes. Enjoy.